So I made a video about why I had to cut off a friend of mine because of the choices that she made in her romantic relationships. And one of the people that commented on here is this user, and they are in need of some advice. So I took some screenshots. I let them know, like, hey, I'm going to be using this, and here we go. So let's see if we could give them some advice. Once again, we're going to be nice. I did not read this ahead of time. I probably should have done that, but we are going to be nice. Okay? Now let's read. Oh, also, hi, my name is Shayna. I talk a lot about decentering men, child freeness, all of that fun stuff. I'm also a journalist. If any of that stuff sounds great to you, please like, share, subscribe, all that great. Now, let's dive in. I have debated this, and if anyone has advice, it's welcome. The short version of my situation is she's my oldest, dearest friend, and we were living together when she met this dude. Immediate red flags. He wasn't kind, wasn't generous, wasn't friendly, and he ate our food, drank our beer without ever contributing, eventually moving in without asking or offering to contribute. This automatically sounds like a terrible situation. I'm so sorry. I had to point it out, which apparently cast me as jealous and unsupportive. That was my red flag for her. Yes. She went from being a creative, strong feminist to centering him over the years that followed. She still talks the talk, but the way she bows to this man is sad to witness. I have stayed with them and heard how he talks to her when he thinks no one is listening. Our neighbor pulled me aside and said he was very stern with her. He was stern with the neighbor? All right. She will not say a bad word against him, acts like he's the most moral, most noble, most accomplished human on the planet. He ended up making millions being a tech bro, which only solidified her hero worship of this man. I think he is the worst, but I don't think he's the worst, but I don't think he respects her. She took on his hobbies, for example, and he doesn't bother to show interest in her work. It's just, yeah. But that's how she became centered around him, which makes me continually question her judgment, her character, and right up here, and have lost respect and have lost a lot of trust in her as a friend. He made her more logical and successful at the cost of aspects of herself that she's since discarded. Things that some men look down on, like tarot cards or female friendships being important. Can you ever really be a true friend if you're a pick-me who centers men? I don't think so. I also don't think so. The fact that he made tons of money being selfish and being a selfish and unemotional person kind of nauseates me. She won't ever stand up to him, not because he's full on abusive, but because I fear she's actually being more like him. Maybe always was. You are the company you keep. The words are cheap, but if you are happy centering a man like that, I don't think I can ever respect you as a woman, feminist, or trust you as a friend. Am I being too harsh? She's been such a good friend to me in many ways, and I love her dearly, but the way she's disrespected and hurt me to make him her king baby has changed how I see her forever. To answer your question right here, am I being too harsh? No, I don't think that you're being too harsh. Quick side note, the King Baby reference, you must be a Melanie fan. I love her. I adore her. She's a good friend of mine. If you don't know who she is, please go and follow her. I'll tag her below. But no, I don't think that you're being too harsh. I think that you're right in acknowledging all of the red flags that were apparent in the beginning. He did not sound like a good roommate, a good person, a good partner, or a good person to be associated with. Sure, it's great that he makes money, but he makes money and wasn't contributing to the household. As you've said, he wasn't generous with his money. So sure, that speaks more to his character than anything. And one thing about a pick-me, well, a couple things about a pick-me. One, a pick-me always needs to continue to be picked. They will do what is necessary to continue to have a man pick them, which will mean throwing aside friendships, which will mean throwing aside the aspects of themselves that make them colorful, beautiful, idiosyncratic, and that might not appeal to the man that they want to be picked by. In their eyes, having this man want them, pick them, choose them, is more important than their individuality, is more important than remaining true to themselves, than maintaining the friendship that you really enjoyed, that you really wanted to continue to nurture. But your friendship was inconsequential to them when up against possibly having a man. And you've truly said it all. I think you know the answer. I think you knew the answer. But when you have here the way, after the but, the way she's disrespected and hurt me to make him her king baby has changed how I see her forever. That kind of trust, that kind of respect that is built over years of intimate friendship, of long talks, of heart sharing, of community building, of that soft, delicate space, it's changed permanently because she has disrespected you and hurt you for a king baby. For a king baby. Now here's the kicker to look out for, because at some point, if she has any critical thought left in there, I'm sure that she's like, her money is up and all of that. You can be business smart and interpersonally stupid. Happens all the time. I like to call them business balds. But I have videos about my thoughts on the balds. That's another story. But to refocus, wait, I actually lost my train of thought. 1 second. It's back. When it comes to women like this, people like this in general that will choose a relationship over their friendships every time, or even just when it really matters, they always come back. They always try to crawl back. They always try to find some kind of way to get back into your good graces and imagine like none of this ever happened. And just be prepared that at some point, it could be days, could be weeks, could be years, they always try to come back. And the choice is yours. The choice is yours at that point. I'm not going to speak to what you should or should not do, but the disrespect and the hurt are very important. I'm so happy that you were able to acknowledge your experience of that. I think you know what to do. Personally, I think you know what to do. Also, thank you so much for sharing this with the community in the space. I actually commented, I took the screenshot and then I commented and liked, so apologies there. But yeah, thank you so much for sharing that. Once again, everybody else, be nice. Be nice. Also, if anybody else has anything that they'd like to share, if they want advice on, more than happy to, share my thoughts and, post it to the community with the amendment that we're all going to be nice because we're all a part of my community. So yes, like, share, subscribe, all that great stuff. And I will talk to you all later. Okay, bye. And best of luck with the whole situation. Best of luck. Okay, now bye.